up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Today I'm doing a sort of quick take for you guys on some of the new fragrances DSH Perfumes sent to me. I guess these are fall releases from Dawn, and so I thought I would talk to you about a couple of them or a few of them that I really enjoyed. This is a brand I really like. I've done a scent safari on them, done a bunch of videos on this house. I really like Dawn, and I really like her fragrances. I feel privileged to be able to check out her releases this fall. I think she sent me samples of 8. I'm going to talk to you about 4 that I like the most. I will link in the description to her site. I'm not going to go through prices for each one, but let's just say there are a lot of options for different price points, and they're all different types of products that she offers. You can go as little as $6 for a sample up to like $185 for a 60 ml EDT spray, and you can get body washes, lotions, creams. So we're going to get right into it and talk about some of the fragrances that I enjoy. Now, these, not my favorite way to get samples, I'll be honest with you guys. Obviously, I prefer sprayers. I just feel like that gives the fragrance some air, and it's sort of the same concept as why wine smells better when you aerate it. But I do like these better than dabbers, which I feel like totally don't let a scent develop once you put it on your skin. These aren't as bad as those, but again, sprayers I feel like give me the best opportunity to really sort of understand a scent. And when I do these videos, I don't always love to apply them to my skin, so it kind of makes it a little bit difficult to apply them to the strip, but I did my best. And I will go through them as applied to paper. I will say I wore these all on skin and have taken notes down on them. So the first one is called Tsukio, I believe, and which means moon gathering in Japanese. And the notes on it are bamboo leaves, white tea, bathing herbs, and Mickey and citrus fruit. This is just a super pleasant scent. It's really green and fresh and vibrant. It's really nice. It does sort of have this this earthy vibe, and I sort of do get this Western or Eastern, influence. It's funny to have a fragrance like this that's like you smell Japanese citrus and you're not talking about yuzu, but I definitely get that vibe here. It's just really calming and nice. Again, hard to really sort of on my skin. I feel like this popped off, but now that I'm smelling it on paper, I don't know that it does smell a little bit faint, but it's a really good smelling fragrance. It's very green and fresh and light and airy. And these are fall releases, so I don't know that I'd wear this in the fall, but this is definitely something I'd gravitate towards in warmer months. Next one, El Marinero de Capri. This translates to the sailor from Capri, and I think the idea here was to really make honeysuckle the main or the sort of star note in this fragrance. So you also have sea air without a cologne, CALONE note, and flowers and florals. And this is great. I mean, this is really a great fragrance. I think if people at Fraycom picked up on this one, this would be huge. Now I'm gonna do something that I hope Dawn doesn't kill me for, but if you like the Tom Ford Blue line, obviously Neroli Portofino, Soleil de Capri, Mandarino de Amalfi, all those, this is like that, and this is cheaper. not cheaper smelling, but cheaper in price. And this is just gorgeous. This is a gorgeous white floral citrus fragrance that men or women could feel very comfortable wearing. And the performance on this is great. I can say I've worn this on skin, even off the paper, it's popping really well. Again, it's not something I'd recommend you guys buying in fall or winter, but when it gets warmer out, I would definitely recommend looking at this. It's just, it smells like a really expensive Italian eau de cologne that just lasts and lasts on your skin. So this is a great fragrance. Next one we're going to talk about is called Habibi, and the notes on this: orange blossom, honey, oud, saffron, Arabian jasmine, and champaca. Yeah, this is another great fragrance. You know, the orange blossom is absolutely there. So is the honey. It's like a spicy, dark. I would describe this as a dark floral spiced fragrance. I don't know that I smell like oud. There's so many different varieties of oud. I'm learning, right, that it's hard to classify oud now. I would just say, like, I don't get like an animalic oud. This might be like a cleaner oud, or just like a less astringent oud than what I'm used to. But I definitely get the orange blossom and honey and spice and jasmine. I mean, this is great. If you love spicy floral fragrances, this is a great take on like modern spicy floral fragrances. Like if you like spicy men's florals from the 80s, this is like a really good version of like a modern take on that. And I think women could wear this. I think any of the three that I've mentioned, Sukio, Il Marino de Capri, Habibi, any of these could be worn by women and men alike, and all three are just fantastic. These are just fantastic fragrances. Why I really like Dawn's fragrances, to be honest with you guys, is because she does these releases and there's just such depth of variety, and it just shows so much talent as a perfumer to not just stick to one style, but to be able to release a whole array of fragrances that have good quality and they're just very different from each other. So I love it. Next one is called Une Robe de Zibline, which I guess translates to sable coat. And the breakdown here is spicy, floriental, animalic fragrance with a lang-a-lang heart. And this one, yeah, I mean, I get that. Spicy. I don't know that it smells super animalic to me. I almost feel like Habibi was a little bit more animalic, but this is nice. This just smells like sort of warm, spicy floral fragrance. It's in the same vein of Habibi. Like Sukio and El Marino de Capri are totally different. These two are like really like just similar in how you can wear them. But yeah, you definitely get, it's cool. See, Lang a Lang is like typically identified with like tropical fragrances, or just like white floral fragrances are a little bit lighter, and it's kind of neat to take this and make it into something that you would wear like cold weather. And this is definitely a cold weather fragrance. Just the name Sable Coat implies that. And you know, this mix of, I feel like there's a big dose of carnation here, but I could be wrong about that. But just like, this is spicy florals. These aren't like white florals. These are like more acacia and carnation, and just like florals that have like honey and Dalek tones to them a little bit. But this is really nice as well. Oh, guys, all of these are really good. And you know, Dawn sent me some other ones as well. One called Fleur de Soleil, I let my mother try out. She's a big fan of white florals, and she was like in love with it. It's like a rain shower of white florals. It's really crisp and clean. So I'm really happy to check these out. I recommend you guys do. Again, samples are not super expensive, so you can go on Dawn's site and check them out. I'll link to them in the description. And I just recommend doing so. I mean, there's such a breadth of wonderful scents that she makes, and the quality is impeccable. So I'm going to link to Dawn's site in the description. I want to thank Dawn for letting me check these out.
If I
And
can
I will see you
have
guys
to
in
myself,
the
then life's no fun.
Peace.
I'd rather be with you.